are here live at reInvent 2022. I'm Am Grabelny, a developer advocate here at AWS for Game Day, joined by, attached at the hip as always.
Attached at the hip, yeah. Steve Roberts, developer advocate for .NET and PowerShell.
And we're here to talk media and entertainment. We've got two friends here, two new friends. Please, let's start with intros here.
Sure. Hi, Steph Lone. I'm the global leader for the media and entertainment industry for the Solution Architects.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, and Ian McPherson. I lead our global strategy for media supply chain and data science and analytics.
Amazing. So, media and entertainment, I have to say a special thanks to you all because I consume a lot of media and entertainment. It's basically created my entire personality over the years, so thanks, number one. But number two, right, we've seen this huge shift to streaming content, right? Again, further fueling my consumption, making it so much easier for me to just watch endless entertainment. What's it like moving to something like streaming for media and entertainment? Moving to the cloud, moving to all these new approaches to delivering content to people.
So we work very closely with both legacy providers, broadcasters, movie studios, as well as up-and-comers and born-in-the-cloud companies, where they're looking to find new ways to take content to market. And so that could be as a linear channel, it could be as a subscription service, that could be as an ad-supported offering. So it's really dynamic in terms of our ability to go to customers and give them new opportunities for monetization of their content.
Yeah.
So what kind of challenges are they experiencing? Because I would imagine that a lot of these customers are not necessarily that familiar with the cloud, right? They know their media, they know their entertainment, but maybe not the cloud. What's it like?
Well, I think one thing to understand is for the most media companies, the IT department is not the company that runs and operates the broadcast or production facility.
Right.
So first of all, there's a knowledge gap in a lot of cases where customers don't necessarily have people with both, say, a broadcast background as well as a DevOps cloud experience and developer experience. So part of it is helping to educate those companies, bringing more talent in who have that background, and also helping them to set goals and milestones, not just for the movement of the legacy production, but the optimization of those workflows in the cloud.
Yeah, I would also say, I think what I see with all of our customers is a lot of the challenges actually don't even boil down to the technical challenges either. A lot of it is really around the people and the culture and the change management. It really takes executive leadership to be firm on the vision.
Right.
And then they need to be bought in, right? And so once they're bought in, when they start having an aggressive top-down goal, it helps a lot more than kind of the organic bottoms-up goal. And I think back to Ian's point, training is really important, and we train hundreds of thousands of customers a year just to understand how to transition that broadcast knowledge, that media knowledge into how do I do this in the cloud.
And I think, just inferring, Steve and I actually, unbeknownst to us, until moments ago, I don't think this dawned on either of us. We kind of work in media and entertainment sometimes.
In a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we celebrities, Steve?
Oh, I'm the media, you're the entertainment.
That's
I don't know,
true.
are we celebrities, Ian? I'm not sure.
No, we're not. Nobody knows who we are.
Who are we?
No, maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Now, but working with the production crew here, working with a lot of the, we also do pre-recorded videos and things. So I have a little bit, because the production crew oftentimes will talk to me or Steve with tech background. There's definitely challenges that are different for the actual production work and the actual deliverability to their consumers of content, right?
That's right.
Do you see like those challenges, when you're working with media and entertainment customers? Those are completely separate teams most of the time, right? And how do you work with those disparate groups to bring it together into, well, the cloud can solve all of these problems for you?
Go ahead, you can start.
So I think one of the things is just by the way we organize ourselves. And so internally, my role is really leading 2 of our innovation centers, and we have 5 of them for media and entertainment, and they very much fall along the categories you're talking about. So segmenting content production and the people who are making the content.
A lot of storage problems there, right?
Well, the storage problems, you've certainly also got you're trying to deal with now a global workforce who needs to collaborate after the last 3 or 4 years, we're seeing so much more demand for people to be able to work from where they are.
Remote production,
And then we move into the supply chain, which is sort of the middle part of this, where that content gets prepped and ready for delivery across all the different platforms. Then we get to our broadcast, which is traditional linear broadcast or live production. A lot of work in sports, news, those kinds of things where they're trying to move and bring more content in using cloud. And then finally, we have our data science and analytics and our direct-to-consumer streaming categories. So we try to segment our expertise and our resources into those specific customer areas, and that's one of the initial ways we do that.
Yeah, I think the other thing that's interesting too is, in listening to the customers, what the customers wanted was actually people who've done the work before.
Oh yeah.
And so we've spent a lot of time hiring and bringing in expertise from the industry, people who've done a cloud migration. So as an example, I worked for 25 years in the Viacom CBS Paramount world.
Oh yeah.
And some of my colleagues and peers have come with 20 some odd years of experience at Fox Sports. So, we're bringing in people that have had the expertise, have done the migrations to help sit with the customer, work through not only the technical challenges that they may perceive that they have, but also the business challenges. And so I think what you see is a lot of expertise in each of those 5 innovation categories that we have and that we've mapped out and that Ian was talking about.
It's interesting that you brought up data storage, because typically, when I've thought about media and entertainment in the cloud, I think about the data storage requirements, right, for these videos, but it's so much more than that. So can you go into a little bit more detail on how our solution architects help out with these organizations?
Sure. So it always starts with the customer. So when my solution architect team will come in and talk to a customer, you first start with what are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to solve? And we work backwards from there. And we spend a lot of time sitting with the customer, understanding where they want to go to. We innovate with them, think about actually looking around the corners and making sure that we're not architecting ourselves into a box, so to speak.
What we call a one-way door.
The one-way door problem. And then we work with them building out a reference architecture that then either they can go execute themselves with their own development staff, or they can work with their favorite system integrator or global system partner.
And I think that partner aspect is really important. I spent a number of years here in the Media Entertainment Partner Organization, and helping those companies to develop their solutions or migrate those solutions to be cloud optimized, to take advantage of microservices and automation is another really key part of this. So we're bringing the customers on that journey, but we're also working in the partner community to make sure that the vendors they need to rely on are working properly and are well architected in AWS.
Absolutely.
One of the aspects of our show, one of my favorite aspects actually, is our audience is vast, right? A lot of different people, a lot of different types of people, and a lot of people that have never worked in media and entertainment. So I always like to ask experts like you all when we have you here, how do I transition into media and entertainment? I've never worked in the industry before. If I'm technical, maybe, but I've worked in another part of the industry. But I'm really interested in working for a large networking company or network broadcasting company. What tips do you have for getting started in the industry?
I would say, first, start by just even using the tools, right?
Yeah.
Start getting onto the console, playing a little bit with our Media Live services as an example, and some of our elemental services. And so that's where I would start, playing around. Look, we've taken away a lot of the undifferentiated heavy lifting, and we're really putting the services out there that people can touch, experience, and use. And getting that training and that education and actually using the tools can give you a good jump start if you want to get into the M&E space. I don't know if you've got...
No, I completely agree. And I think you look at how we've deconstructed a lot of these technologies that used to be appliances for media and entertainment, which would have long procurement times and have expensive costs of entry, and made those things now transactional. You can go, stand these things up, start streaming a live event right through the console, tear it down, and just pay for what you use.
Yeah, we even had a Chalk Talk session, right, about how to create a stream in like under 2 hours. And
that's
it was
amazing.
literally a hands-on lab here to be able to sit down and just build your own pipeline end to end. It was a fantastic session.
There you go. Steph, Ian, you both are incredibly wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us here. Unfortunately, we're out of time, so we've got to move to our next segment, but stick around and we'll be right back with
Thank
more
you for having
AWS
us.
on air.